Hi, I'm Paul Bowman, CEO of Wexer, the digital fitness specialist who deliver over 25 million fitness experiences for our partners worldwide. Welcome to Wexer podcast, where I'll be speaking to industry experts to bring you insights and advice to support your business journeys. In today's episode, I'll be chatting with Marco Benitez, CEO and co-founder of ROOK. I hope I didn't get that pronunciation too bad. You know, he's already been nice to me about how bad my Spanish is. And just quickly on ROOK, ROOK empowers softwares and apps with clean and structured wearable health data for a single API and webhook. Marco, how are you?
Brother, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm super excited to be here. And no worry about your Spanish. My English is horrible, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's like try to communicate something. It's something.
You sound way sexier. You know what I mean? With your, you know, you know, that's the most important. But hey, look for listeners that haven't met you or don't know the background of more you than the company. You know, did fitness find you, or did you find fitness?
That's a tricky question. I don't know. Maybe it was the fitness found me. I can give you my background.
Please.
I have been always in the sports and fitness, always. I started Taekwondo. I am a Taekwondo champion in Latin America, in Mexico. I was a national champion over there. So for me, I started Taekwondo when I was like 5 years old. So I was very young, and then I'm black belt, third dan. I still doing a lot of
don't miss
martial
arts on the
arts.
street. Essentially,
No,
you know what I mean?
maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
No, I'm very kind. But always for me, fitness is everything. At the end of the day, fitness can help you to improve yourself. It's like you find discipline. You have so many values in the sports, which that's why my kids are doing sports every single day. They do jiu-jitsu, they do taekwondo, they do football, and of course other stuff because they are very proactive. But at the end of the day, it's like
and it burns them out so they sleep, Marco. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's my reason.
Exactly. And but yeah, that's my background. Fitness, probably I find my parents make a very good decision at the end of the day, right? So
Good.
And then by profession, and sorry again. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, in terms of the company journey. So in terms of how you founded ROOK.
Yeah, well, by profession, I'm biomedical engineer. I have a second degree in biomedics. I love data. Data is my passion always. It's like since the beginning when I was in Taekwondo, I'm one of the first ones to start to using these polars and Garmins. I'm talking about early 2000s, probably in the 90s, because I'm on my 40s. So it's like at the very beginning was like I was very young using this heart rate chest and these monitors.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
love
remember those. Yep.
Polar was amazing, doing really interesting things about that, and I was the early adopters of that technology. I was using that for my my tournaments and for everything. That helped me also to improve a lot of things with the heart rate beat, only with the heart rate, you know. So for me, that's how everything started. So I'm biomedical engineer. We created our first company in 2003. We sold that company. We was an acquisition down in Mexico.
Okay.
And then again, we were building two things at the same time. After we sold the company, we create two more companies in the medical devices space, and at the same time, I was working in the big pharma industry, clinical trials, data, try to help, with new drugs to specific diseases like oncology, respiratory, vaccines. Crazy world. It's really interesting because you find that how data can help and improve people's lives. Because once you start to using these new drugs, it's like you have to identify patterns and you have to identify different type of things that can, understand the behavior of different diseases. So that's a little bit of my background.
Is it hard for you making decisions? Well, of course, I guess you let the data choose, but having a medical background and having a fitness background, because of course we're working with both two different style companies, and they really do think different. Like they're two different lenses and two different paradigms. Like, does that help you, or do you kind of have to wear two different hats when making decisions for the company?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know, honestly, because it's like it's two different worlds at the same time,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they don't speak between each other.
No,
And this is
not at all.
something that we are trying to do inside Rook.
Yeah,
I will go what we
sure.
do after, but
Yeah,
definitely it's like they are, speaking different languages. It's like Spanish
yeah,
and English, or
yeah,
Spanish and Chinese,
yeah, yeah.
Chinese if you want,
Yes,
because it's like I think we are getting in that moment where everything
yeah,
is going aligned,
yes,
and
yes,
the health industry are starting to see how fitness is improving
totally.
in a lot of things, and now the doctors are really taking all the information about the fitness and how can
Mm,
people
mm.
get better, because
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
better prevention that be
yeah,
reactive, period.
yeah.
It's
Well, I
very
just,
simple.
a personal story, but like, so I have a
Mhm.
heart condition in my family,
Mm.
and it was the first time because, of course, I've worn a Whoop for 10 years. Okay, yeah, and it was the first time because, of course, they can compute all the data that they're looking for through AI. First time my doctor actually asked, "Could I have all of your health data for the entire thing to see how the patterns had changed?" And he was actually giving me like recommendations based off my recovery heart rate, VO2 max from Whoop, which I thought like
Crazy.
that's something right there. If you're my local doctor, admittedly he's a very innovative doctor, and we talk about a lot of these things. But if that starts to become a norm, it's only a good thing for our companies, but also just the industry in general. No,
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Really, I can give you another. That's a very good example. Also, the same happened with my father. My
okay,
father, he's an engineer.
right,
He's a doctor too.
yeah,
And then one day, I give one of my wearables to my dad, a
mm,
Withings one,
mm.
where it was the first one to start to receive the ECG,
Okay, yes,
information.
yes, yes, yeah,
And 2 weeks after, he
yeah,
identified an anomaly in his heart,
wow,
and
okay,
that saved his life. The doctor told
yes,
us, like, this thing saved
yeah,
your dad's life.
that's
That was
powerful.
for me super powerful. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
wearables, I mean, I know that we are jumping between a lot of things, but wearables are
sure,
becoming something really interesting in they are the ones who are speaking between the fitness and the doctors, because
I agree.
doctors need the data. They
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
find something to identify
yes,
patterns with the patient.
yeah,
So I think the wearables are the ones who are helping to bring all this information, because if you don't have information, you don't have nothing, right?
yeah,
It's
agreed.
like
No,
I
totally,
have
totally.
an idea that I feel bad about my heart. I think that
Yes, yes,
I think, but these
yeah,
devices can help you to improve at the end of the day.
quantifies the whole thing. Yeah, and then I
Exactly.
guess I guess for Rook, in terms of how you came up with the idea, I guess, and I think for a lot, I know a lot of operators that are listening to this is what problems does Rook solve for an operator in particular?
Yeah, for an operator, definitely it's like if they want to customize the end user
Mm,
experience,
yeah,
like let's say workouts, if they are if the end user is very stressed, maybe you can give them like, hey, you have this exercise for breathe. Or if
sure.
you have a very bad sleep and the next day it's like, what type of workouts I need to do, or maybe my nutrition is not the best, and that's
Mm,
why I'm not improving. All
yeah,
these type of things, the only way to receive this information is through these
mm,
devices, through the wearable devices.
yeah,
So this company, what they need to do is they need to integrate all the wearables that are outside,
yeah,
the Apple Watches, the Polar, the Garmin's, but also CGMs, but also
yeah.
medical devices like blood pressure and also lab testing. So instead of integrate all the wearables, all the medical devices,
Mm,
everything, they only have to integrate our API. We
yeah.
are an API, we are in the backend. So it's maybe not that sexy. We don't have this sexy platform like Wexer that you
Oh,
can
come
really
on, come
interact.
on.
No, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's sexy, right? So
yeah,
on
yeah.
my side, I'm in the back end. I'm doing all these connections. I'm the pipe
Yes,
moving the
yes,
data from the end user, clean all the
yeah,
information to you.
yes.
So basically, that's the problem that we are solving. It, instead of
Nice.
integrate everything that will take you like 24 months, you
Yeah,
in 1 month you will have
yeah.
everything. and then
Nice.
the information will start to flow. So that's a problem that we are solving.
Nice. No, well explained. And then I guess from your perspective, what role do you see fitness technology and specifically health, of course, health data playing in creating a more personalized and impactful, member experience?
Oh, man, that's I think it's a whole new experience. It's
Yeah.
like content without
Yeah.
context. You only
Yeah.
have a screen in front of you.
Totally agree.
So if you can create a new experience for the end user or the patient, you will have engagement.
Yeah.
And also
Totally.
they will feel more comfortable. Let me give you one quick story of one of our clients that they are not in the fitness industry, which is really, I just want to give you more context. We started to work with the automotive industry.
Right. Yeah.
And a couple of weeks ago, we were in the headquarters,
Yeah.
and they are integrating the wearables inside your car.
Okay.
So the first thing that you are going to go inside, you turn on your car, and your car will take the data from your wearable. Immediately, if you are very stressed,
I was going to say, if you're nervous,
you will receive a message in your car, and then the environment will change, the colors, the AC, the music. It's like your car, it's understanding you all the time. It's like the ChatGPT, right? Every single time that you are writing something, it's customized, right?
Yes,
It
correct.
happened the same thing. With your car. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like having a connection with your car. For a lot of people, maybe cars, it's just like in one way you are going to go from one day to another point.
Sure.
For other, it's a completely different story. A car is your story, is your space, is like where you can be alone thinking on too many things. Well,
yes,
we changed that experience with our technology.
that's
Now,
very cool.
if we go within the fitness industry, it's the same thing.
Totally
I'm
agree.
a fitness guy. I love it. But if someone let me know exactly what type of workouts I need to do, I will pay whatever they want.
Well, we see it, Marco. So I actually had the stat before I came on. So we have 28. So if it's information leading based off, like, so let's say it's a recovery score, they had a bad sleep, or the stuff. So not even that side, nothing like what the data that you would be pulling. So even if it's just linked to what their main wearable is saying about recovery or didn't sleep or the rest of it, they're 28% more likely to do particular bits of content if it's recommended to them based off that. So you automatically can nearly get a third of your members moving however you want to get them moving if you connect from a content point of view, if you connect a wearable like interaction or intervention, right? So we see it. Well, that's really powerful.
No, it is powerful. At the end of the day, it's like data can give you more information, can give you recommendations on top of that. It's like definitely it's a no-brainer, and that's why it's becoming more popular to integrate wearables and to integrate more information about the end user. I think it's beautiful, and you see that.
Are you surprised? Because of course it's so obvious. Like, I always talk to people outside of the industry that when they come into the industry, and one of the big things for them is just like, well, that's a bit of a no-brainer. You have clear data, you have then content that connects to it, or you have experiences that connect to it. So hence, hey, you've recovered really badly. Here's your content options, and here's your meditation options that we have at the club, etc. Have the hybrid, have the digital option, and have a physical option. Are you surprised of the lack of the adoption when it comes to specifically the fitness industry for things like this?
Yes, I mean. Early adopt, it's like not a lot of people are integrating, or companies are integrating this type of information, because also I heard from one big app. It's based in Australia, by the way. And they.
I won't say anything badly about Australians. You know what I mean?
No. One important thing is that I believe that big apps from fitness are over there. One of the biggest ones, and it's powerful how many fitness apps are over there, and huge and really great. But to the point, it's like they told us that they are receiving a lot of data already, not from the
Right.
wearables, but from the end users. You know, which type of
Yeah.
workouts they like, nutrition,
Yep.
and they don't know what to do with all that information. And I think
Interesting.
that's one of the biggest issues that everyone has. It's like if you receive a lot of information from so many places, it's
Mm,
very
mm, mm.
difficult to consolidate and do something with the data.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, this is the type of things also we are working on. It's like
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
bring me everything, give it to me.
Okay.
I will
Yes. Yeah.
give
Yeah.
you, I will be your chat GPT,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Isn't
that's
it
it.
isn't it similar isn't it similar to just content though, in terms of it's just starting? Like, I think, if you take the spectrum of Wexer clients, we've got some clients that completely create their own content. They've got local
Mhm.
stars, they've got influencers, they're, essentially a content media platform in itself, to they just use third-party content library through our API. Those are the kind of massive spectrums, or players on the wall within clubs. Like is it just a matter of starting and then they do it? Because every time I've seen an operator do it well, it has been, I wouldn't say it's been ultra scientific. It's like, okay, if
Mhm.
someone's recovery score or
Mhm.
whatever sleep score or whatever they want to call it is under 30, here you go. Here's a live option. Here's a digital option. If it's well recovered, then here's your push option, physical and digital. You like, and then they start that, and then they get smarter over time. Like, is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's like again, it's when you are receiving all this information, you can improve your, you know, what type
Yeah.
of information do you want to send to the end user? What type of videos?
Yes.
All these type of things. Improve yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, all this
Yes. Yeah.
information. It's like one step. It's a big step.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, I like it. And then I guess,
Mhm.
for you, what's something that surprised you in terms of, like, surprised you recently in terms of that's influenced Rook's direction in terms of how you're building the company?
I mean, definitely fitness. It's my passion.
Okay.
Definitely, I can see a lot of things over there. For me, it's more about how can we personalize, but truly personalize the
Yeah.
experience for my clients, which are I'm
Mm.
B2B. So I
Yeah.
focus
Yeah.
only in fitness clubs, in apps, and all these type of
Mm.
things. How can we improve the experience, but also how can they receive perfect information from the end users? And how can I help them to identify churns,
Mm.
or re-engage with the end user? It's like I'm trying to make them speak between each other without
I
have to
understand.
speak with the end user, right?
Yeah.
It's like I
Yeah.
can bring you more information, that type of things. I really feel that we can help, and that enthusiastic. I'm very enthusiastic about this opportunity to do this type of thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that really impressed me. Now the new ways, how can you communicate with the end user? It's completely different. Like few
Totally.
years ago,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
we
Totally.
were talking at the very beginning, COVID
Mm.
changed everything, and
Correct.
during COVID, it was a hype about how you're training in your home. But now that we are in this new normality where
Yeah.
people is doing between fitness clubs, but also they are doing in-home
Mm.
classes and they are
Yeah.
using videos and everything. It's like I mean, it's the best way to interact with the
Yeah.
end user and trying
Well, it's
to
just all it's just
understand.
all connected now. Like, this is the thing. I think
Yeah,
people like. I think if you've
yeah,
got a paradigm, and not saying this is an attacking statement, but I think if you've got a paradigm of it's all physical or it's all digital, that's wrong. It is, like, I see the best clubs and solutions are offering both. And I think especially for a lot of listeners that are essentially, health club operators, or wellness and fitness operators, that it's the biggest thing that they've got is the physical. So
yeah.
digital can't compete against the physical. So why wouldn't you offer both at all times? Because you're going to have people that can't make that class, or can't because it's full. So therefore you offer digital, but the physical is always the prevalent one, because that is the better experience. Like, I think for myself, and me and you both said that we like working out at home, but I still have to go to a club every now and again to get the social connection, do a high rocks class or something like that, to just push a little bit harder, because when those reps get hard by yourself, you go, oh, okay. let's relax.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, I agree. I agree.
yes.
Definitely, yes. You will always need this interaction part, and it's
Yes.
like it's like a private club of being in a fitness club, or with
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
friends go out and running, or whatever you want to
Totally.
do. It's like I don't know, Hyrox, for example, now it's
Yeah,
becoming more popular. Hyrox is
totally.
doing really great and try to
Yes,
interact with more people around that. Maybe you are
yeah,
working out in your home,
yeah,
but then
yes.
you go with your team and do this all,
These workouts,
it's,
the
I
runs.
think it's really great. I think we have a new world where it's like a half half. Not
Yeah,
everything is 100% truth, not everything is false.
true.
So it's
That's true.
perfect, I think.
Yeah,
But the important thing is, how can you connect all the dots, right?
options.
It's
Yeah,
like a,
yeah.
hey, if I can connect myself with my car, with my house, with
Mm,
my fitness club, with my app, and everything
totally.
is intercommunicated. I mean,
Yeah.
that's huge.
That's a special, well, that's changing the society, in
Oh
terms of
yeah.
obesity problems, all the rest of it. If we can get people moving based off incidental incidents, then happy days, right? Imagine if you walked into your
Right.
car and the car said, "Hey, look, it's only a K away. Why don't you walk? You got a good recovery." No, I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay, but I can already hear a few CTOs going, "Well, Paul, I talked to him about consent, governance, and trust. Like, like how do you handle consent, data minimization, to make sure that operas stay compliant while unlocking personalization?"
I mean, that's super important.
Yeah,
We are HIPAA compliant, GDPR
yeah,
compliant, SOC 2, all these certifications that are complicated. Honestly,
yes,
it's really
yes,
complicated because
yeah,
it's not only how you structure your data and your
yeah,
clouds and everything. It's also behaviors of the company. It's like SOPs for the company. It's rules, governance. It's
yeah,
a big, framework. Frame no How do you say it? It doesn't matter, but you have a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
things to analyze
Understand.
in your
Yeah,
company. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So that, for us, we take that
yeah,
very seriously,
yeah. Okay, good.
because since the beginning, because of my background
Mm,
and also my co-founder's background,
okay.
we came from the health industry.
Yeah,
Big pharma,
yeah, yeah.
um, compliance, that's super important. So since the beginning, we were thinking about all these things that we have to be in compliance. So
Yeah,
it's one
nice.
of the most, and we are investing a lot
Yeah,
of, mainly all the things that we were raising, when we were raising money, everything was
yes,
on compliance. Everything,
yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah. I imagine.
cybersecurity developers, we have data scientists only focus on that. So yeah, it's one of our big things.
Nice, nice. And in terms of habit formation, we there's been conference after conference in terms of high habit loops and all the rest of it. But what's your recommendation to operators in terms of sessions, streaks, content affiliation? What are you seen as best practice?
But I think I didn't understand the question in terms of
Oh, just
best
the habit
practices of.
formation. Like what's the best that you've seen, like in terms of taking particular data, like I was giving the
Mm,
recovery example, but like
got it.
what, like on a rig, like is it streaks, like that you're taking a certain amount of, every time that they're showing up, that's the reward and you're seeing a bigger impact? But anything on habit formation, best cases.
Yeah, I mean, definitely all the information that you receive from the wearable, from heart rate
Yeah,
beat, from
yeah, yeah,
HRB,
yeah, of
recovery, sleep. For now, it's
course.
impressive. Sleep is
Yeah,
one of the most important thing. Which this
yeah,
is probably, I will say that it's a new era about
I
that
agree.
information, because
Totally,
before,
totally.
no
Yeah,
one
yeah,
talk about it. No
no,
one, even in
yeah,
the
yeah,
doctors.
yeah.
If you don't sleep, even better, right? It's like
Agreed. Yeah,
the big,
yeah, yeah.
the rich people always say that
Yes.
I only sleep 3 hours because I
Yeah.
spend all my life working. Bullshit.
Agreed. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think so. That's not true. That's
Well,
not
it used
true.
to be rewarded not having a lot of sleep. I feel like I feel that's
Yeah.
a fair, like the next generation coming through. I think they've changed my behavior because I'm
Mhm.
hearing these, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a bit obsessive horrocks at the moment, but I'm hearing these kids. They're going to bed like on a Saturday night at 9 o'clock because they're wanting to train at 6.
Yeah.
And it's just like I never did that. I was more like I'd go to bed at 3 to still train at 6, and then try and catch up the sleep the next day. But I think it's amazing how much the next generation is pushing sleep.
That's beautiful. And again,
Yeah,
and that happened because of all this data that we have today. The data that we
true.
have today that lead us and allow us to understand that part.
Recovery.
I
Yeah.
think that's the important thing, that this type of information, enable and change behaviors, and that really help us to improve people's lives. That's why I'm very keen and always, very enthusiastic about
Yeah.
wearables, because that
Yeah.
help you to improve. But again, stress levels are very important. Glucose levels, this is something
I agree.
that are
Yeah.
changing a lot,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that help you to understand your nutrition part. I mean, life is changing a lot. We can
Mm.
see, if you go back, probably, I don't know, 60 years before, or our parents, right? When
Sure.
I can see the pictures of my parents at my age, and
Yes.
they were
Yes.
completely different. And
Totally.
that's
Totally.
because all the information that we are receiving now, probably you are taking some vitamins and you
Yeah.
sleep better,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
nutrition and all these type of
Correct.
things. Also, of course, the drugs are completely different. Well, medications are completely different. So all these type of things are helping us to evolve and be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
why
Yes. Yeah.
I will say now, I see lab testing, for example, more
Yeah.
people are taking more information about the
Yeah.
laboratory testing
Yes. Yes.
that you are doing. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I get
mean,
it. It's
it's
quite I just
becoming,
even think about my circle of friends and how much the Whoop health kit, the how well you're aging,
yeah.
that's like become a full-blown competition. Like, it's literally as soon as someone gets a lower result, they screenshot it and they send it. And I see, even though it
Yeah.
annoyed me when you upgraded a Whoop, they gave it to all the old Whoop users as well. But you see why, because it's such a huge engagement tool, right? So yeah.
100%.
Yeah, yeah,
100%.
and people know that they got to sleep better to be able to get that. So it's kind of gamifying their aging process as well, which is quite cool.
I'm very, like, always, everything, because you know that you're this aging tool that you have with Whoop, it's update every single week.
Yes,
And
yes,
it's
great,
it's
yeah,
a lot of information. At some point, it's like,
yes,
oh my goodness, I need to do
yeah,
something, because the last week it get
yeah,
faster.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
older.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
older.
yeah, yeah. What did I do? Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, agreed, agreed. I am aging 10 years younger. Just like to tell all the listeners that. Um, and then, while talking about the data, so like I guess there's a real fine line between personalization and creepiness, though. It's something
Yeah.
that we get quite a lot. Like, as we've used more agents for content, of course, that those agents are becoming smarter and smarter in regards to layering exactly what should be done, and actually taking kind of big data sets, what they're searching, and then being able to layer in what content does. Not usually always the data from wearables, but like, I guess, how do you prevent, like, what guardrails do you suggest to prevent over personalization?
I think at the end of the day, it's like, again, you are receiving so much information from all the
Yeah,
places.
totally.
It's it's like politics, or all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bad news that you have outside. You
Mm,
are receiving information from too many places.
yeah,
At some
yeah,
point, you have to narrow in to the things that really it's important for you. It's the
yeah,
same
great.
thing with wellness. I think that's part of the wellness experience. It's like, of
Yeah.
course, take all the information that you can to improve
Mm,
yourself, but
yeah.
you don't need to be very, because that will allow you, will give you more stress, to
Yeah,
manage
yeah,
all
yeah,
this information. So
yeah,
you have to take it easy. At the end of the day, you have to
yeah.
meditate. It's four things that you have to doing very well. It's nutrition, do your
Mm,
exercise, probably
mm,
walk, sleep
yeah,
well,
yeah,
try to lower your levels of stress, right? So it's,
yeah, yeah.
you have to make it very simple. Definitely helps to hyper personalize everything,
Mm,
definitely,
mm,
because eventually that will help you if you have any type of disease. That will
mm,
help you at some point to receive a specific drug that you need. I
yeah,
think it's
great.
important, the personalization. I really believe that if you have more data about yourself,
Yeah,
eventually will help you a lot when you
totally.
are talking about drug
Yeah,
personalization or medication. I
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
say drug, because drugs is when
Yes,
you are doing clinical trials, all these type of things, but it's medication
understand.
at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I do believe that hyper personalization is the future,
yeah, I agree. No, I
100%.
agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think people lean into it. Like, we get that question a lot about being too much. But the thing is, I feel like that those examples are from people that are already engaging. Like, imagine how we both use Whoop versus a newcomer is very, very different, but the platform enables us to go in as deep as we want in terms of our data, so we can, because I think everyone's similar to fitness. Like, everyone's journey with data and what they're trying to collect about themselves, what they're trying to understand, is all different. Like, some people just want the generic rings, like Apple does, and that's cool. But then as you move forward, I think there's always like I always think, if you look at like most concepts that happen, everyone wants the lead experience, because people will go to, like if you think about Horrocks now, there's Horrocks specifically training clubs, right? Rather than just being part of a gym, or, even though it was built just to do an event that everyone can do at a gym. So, naturally CrossFit's similar as well. So like, it's natural for people to slowly evolve their own data consumption. Don't you think?
Yeah, the 100%. I 100% agree with you. It's like depending on what type of things you are doing, it's too many factors that, at the end of the day, make sense for you.
Also. Yeah. Right. No, okay. And then, well, two more questions for you, sir. I know you're a busy man, but in terms of looking ahead, what excites you the most about the future of health data and fitness technology?
Again, it's very curious, because it's around the hyper personalization. It's like the information that you will receive from the wearables, it's gonna be even more accurate every single time. And definitely, I can see a future where everyone is using a wearable. Everyone. Even your Apple, your phone, it's a wearable. You have your phone everywhere that hear you. Eventually, they know if you are snoring. They know how many steps you are doing. They have a lot of information just from the phone.
Correct.
Now, if you have something like a wearable, like the Whoop or the Aura, or maybe you are going to take a pill, and the pill will scan you all the time and try to identify different type of diseases or whatever. So I do believe wearables, this is one, I'm a geek of wearables. I love them. I really love them. So it's data. Like I love data. I love the wearables. I love gadgets. I love medical devices. So that for me, it's the future. And then maybe with all these robots at the same time can help you to improve your lives, So it's gonna be everything is gonna be connected. Everything.
Yeah. It's exciting. It's an exciting world of Marco's head right now.
It's exciting, but at the same time, very scary world.
I know. But we've got to innovate, and as Kevin Kelly says, every time we create a new solution, we also create a new problem. So it's just if we all go into it with that thinking, then but we'll find innovation, right? And then last note, I guess, is for the audience, for operators, partners, and fitness professionals, what's one practical step that they can take to start making better use of their data now?
First of all, they need to integrate our API. Very simple.
Plug. Nice, like it.
That's the most important thing. They can integrate our API for free, and then they can start receiving all this data, and they will surprise how much information they will receive from the end users. And we can help them also to do something with that information, like improve engagement or identify they have churns or whatever. It's a lot of information over there, so it's very simple to start using this type of APIs. So that's my advice is go. Definitely, if you are not using this information, the wearables information, it's like that happened 20 years ago. Now it's a different moment.
Yeah, no, well said. Well, look, Marco, thank you so much for joining us on the Wexer podcast. Appreciate everything you're doing, and appreciate you driving the drum of hyper personalization and data.
Thank you so much, Paul. I really, really appreciate to be here, and see you soon.
Thank you. See you. Bye.